Como ça va, YouTube? Danny here with Kitchen Hydroponics. Last week had me in a mood. It was 80 degrees, beautiful weather, 60s for the low. Just like, I wish it would quit raining so I can go till, get stuff in the ground. It's the middle of freaking January. Guess what? Yeah, it's getting cold again. It's still raining all over the place. All kind of crap. Been busy, really busy. Let's talk about what we got going on. I did make a video the other day of the little hoop house, the seed starting hoop house, the Outsunny greenhouse that I got. And I lost the update of the Outsunny greenhouse on it. So I'm going to update on that. We're going to talk more about the between the seasons hashtag started by my friend, my sister from another Mr. Q over at Garden Warrior Q. Talk about what we have going on, what we've been doing, and all that happy, joy stuff, because it's almost time here. In about another 4 to 6 weeks, it's going to be time to put some stuff in the ground. I'm way late getting stuff started. Learning every year. Next year, November, we putting seeds in dirt to get started. Let's start with a little bit of joy, boy. Look, got some seeds coming up. This is the Pink Berkeley tie-dye tomatoes. We're waiting. They should all start popping soon. This is the Cosmic Marigolds. Last year I received some seeds from the Cosmic Cultivators, Chris and Gina. Lovely people. Y'all need to go check them out. They've been busy lately, but they will be getting back to doing some gardening videos, hopefully when it's time for them to start gardening. But they sent me the seeds. It was late in the season. I wasn't able to plant them, so stuck them in there this year. We're going to be transplanting and repotting. Right there in the back. Let's see if I can find them. There's one somewhere in here. Where you at? Hold up. There's one right there. Then I seen another one in the back. This is my big beef tomato seeds. They're starting to pop. We have 6 trays getting ready to go. Over 2,000 seeds, because my germination process last year didn't work really well. I ended up with about 25% of my seeds popping. So I planted 2,000 seeds this year. Hopefully I have enough. Between the Big Beef Plus and the rest of the stuff, I got a bunch of peppers, and the only flowers I have planted in here are the Cosmic Marigolds that I got from Chris and Gina. But back to between the seasons, Q, that was a great idea she did to start that, because a lot of people, I want to get into gardening and everything. And when it's time to get into gardening, they're always behind. Granted, I've been doing this a few years and I'm still behind, but you never realize how much time it takes to get started. Once everything's in the ground and your place is ready to go, it's a lot easier. But when you're building and starting a new garden, it's hard. It's hard to find the right stuff. It's hard to find good stuff. There's a lot of things. So the between the seasons, it can be a really good hashtag to follow. Look around for different people that's using it. Go ahead and subscribe to Q. She's a great person to have, as a subscriber, as a friend. Every part of it is really good. So, y'all check out the hashtag. A lot of people don't realize how much time it takes or how long it takes for tomatoes to be ready to go in the dirt or in the hydroponic medium or whatever you're putting them in. They don't realize it, how long it takes. I got behind. I was planning on planting them in January, beginning of January. Didn't get it done. The cold weather, didn't have the little greenhouse together for it. The queen said, no, you can't put no more seeds in the house unless it's below 30 degrees. So, it ended up being a mess. I ended up getting late with it, and I'm late. Still going to grow some tomatoes. Still going to grow a lot of tomatoes. Hopefully going to grow a lot of peppers. Hopefully we can have plenty of stuff to put out at the property. A lot of hopes. That's gardening. This. I fixed all them pots. You know what I got in them? Nothing but dirt. Because I realized I wasn't going to have enough room to start all the seeds I needed in this little greenhouse. So I just scatter scatter planted inside the 10-20 trays. Just scatter planted. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Also, I had 4 of the heat mats. Well, I only had 2 heater controls. I went to look to buy another heater thermostat control, and found that it was cheaper to buy one 20 by 48 than it was to buy 2 temperature controls, and I'm able to put 4 on it. So this year I invested in a larger mat. Next year I'm going to invest in another one. As I make a little bit of money off of the tomatoes and the stuff I'm able to sell, I'm going to invest a little bit more into it. I don't want to take a whole bunch of money out of my pocket to be able to, get everything done right away. I do get antsy, and I end up spending a little bit more money than the queen would like for me to do this, because it is a hobby. Even though I do make a little bit of money off of it, I don't make enough. In the long term, there is potential to make a little bit of money and, possibly make a profit off of what I'm doing. Not with the hours. Don't get me wrong. Even paying myself $2 an hour, I will never, make anything close to the amount of time it takes and the amount of work and the amount of effort it takes producing the tomatoes and everything in the greenhouse to, claim a good profit. But when I retire, it could be a decent income for me. And, have a good name established for good tomatoes, good plants. We're going to try to sell a few plants this year, possibly if we have extras. We're not going to throw them away. So, that's all in the long term of the process. But that all starts between the seasons. Because once the season kicks off, with work, daily life, and everything else you have going on in your life, you don't have a whole bunch of time to sit and plan and, dream about what you want to have, what you want to do next year, what you want to do in 5 years, what you want to have established in the next 10 years. You just don't have that time because life gets in the way. So between the seasons, that's the time to do it. When it's cold outside, it's raining outside, you got a few minutes, sit down. I got me a little tablet. Where I work, we get little tablets all the time. I got the little tablet. Every time I'm at work, I make a list of what I need to do on the 2 weeks I'm off. Never get it all done. Usually get 4 or 5 things knocked off of it, but never get it all done. I don't know what I did or what I quit recording. I did another 10 minutes of video probably. I think what I was talking about at the end, before it's starting to rain now, of course. But my book that I use, it's all divided. Ideas of what I need to do, what I want to build, all kind of stuff like that. Starting to put dates and when I start things, how they're looking, how they're growing, every portion of that's going on. So making some notes, keep you a journal. Write down what did good, what didn't do good, what you liked, when you started, all of that goes along with it. I had showed the Molletons that we got started. That didn't work out too well. Kind of a brief synopsis of what we've had going on over here lately. My blood pressure's been wonky, so I made the decision while I was on my rotation last hitch to go ahead and start following the same diet Sheena follows, which is a low-calorie diet. That kind of pushes into the fact of what we're going to be doing over here also. It pushes into the fact what we're going to be doing over here also. On the diet, you can eat a whole can of green beans, which is about 1.5 cups of green beans. You can eat the whole thing for like 40 calories. The issue with that is that 40 calories comes with more sodium in it than you're supposed to have in a day. So we're going to be growing green beans this year, a lot of green beans. We're going to be saving a lot of green beans. We're going to put more food in the freezer and in cans this year than we have ever. Sheena and I. That all goes with between the seasons. We're learning what we need to do. We're making notes and all that. Started walking along with it. The first 7 days I was in, we walked 23 miles, I think it was. Started off at 2 miles. First day in, we're up to around 4.5. Today's a big Saturday, but karaoke tonight. Bad karaoke, come on by. Sure we have a few people join. John from Willet Grove. We had from gear grinding, come in last time, sing a few songs. You want to come in, sing a few songs, come in, sing a few songs. You just want to come in and listen, come listen. You want to make fun of me sing? You're fine, make fun of me singing. Nobody else, everybody else, we're there to have fun. So there ain't no making fun of nobody else, but you're welcome to make fun of me, the fat man from Cajun Land, singing some karaoke. But, along with everything else that happens with this, got a little leak. I'm not happy with that. Follow Shed Wars. You want to learn. Things are getting tight. It's hard to find certain things at the grocery store. It's not that it's not going to not be there, but it might not be there when you need it. If you're wanting to go ahead, excuse me, I'm going to take another sip of coffee. If you want to make sure, that down the road that the small issues we have now don't turn into bigger issues, start growing. Follow the between the seasons hashtag, see what's done between the seasons. Follow Shed Wars. Do the hashtag Shed Wars 22, Shed Wars 21, Shed Wars. Do the hashtag. You can see a lot of people put in a lot of time making some good videos on learning how to, or teaching, not learning. Well, when you're growing, you're always learning. But teaching people how they do it, you're able to see the success and the fails through a growing season with it. So it's always a good thing to take a look at all that and, learn. You don't want to be in a dire strait and trying to figure out how to grow something. It's not always a good thing. Man, I had a lot more that I'd done in the doggone thing. I was talking away. So, anyway, South Louisiana, boy, you gotta love it. Y'all come by, check out some karaoke tonight, meet some new friends, get some talk going in the chat. You gotta love it. Y'all grow that later.